Hey guys, it is Jess with Watch Kitty Shrink, and I'm here because I was tagged by the amazing Experiencing Nirvana. I don't even really think I have to give her an introduction. There is absolutely no way that you're in the weight loss surgery community and haven't heard of Nirvana. In case you haven't, do yourself a favor and definitely check out Nirvana. She is the most honest and real person in this community, and she's funny as hell too. So, I was very honored that she tagged me to do her Where Would You Be Now tag. So, this tag is Where Would You Be Now without your weight loss, and specifically for our community, where would you be now if you hadn't had your weight loss surgery? So, I like to go through my stats really quick when I do these tag videos, just so you know that I do have some clue what I'm talking about. I am 29 years old. I'm 5 foot tall. I had a weight loss surgery procedure on August 23rd of 2016 called vertical sleeve gastrectomy, or some people call it gastric sleeve. My highest weight ever was almost a year ago today. About 3 weeks from now will be when I hit my highest weight, and I weighed 285.0. I went on a pre-op diet and lost some weight. By the time I had surgery, I weighed 255.4, and I currently weigh 168.2. So I've lost 100 and I don't even have, I have some stats in front of me, but they are old stats. So I think I've lost about 117 pounds. So where would I be now if I hadn't had weight loss surgery about 7 months ago? So the first thing that I should tell you all is that I started gaining weight when I was 19, and I steadily gained like 30-40 pounds a year. But the best thing to go by is the last 2 or 3 years. I was on Weight Watchers trying to lose weight, and by the time the year ended, I would only be up, and not up small amounts. I'd be up like 20 to 25 pounds. So going by that logic, if I had not had weight loss surgery 7 months ago, I would have gained probably 20 to 25 pounds, and I would be over 300 pounds right now at 5 foot tall. I had a really crappy end to 2015 and beginning to 2016. I'm a food addict. I have an eating disorder, binge eating disorder. So basically, for those who don't know this story, at the near end of 2015, I lost my cat, whom I'd had for 21 years. And then I lost my 2 uncles, literally within the same week. And I was really depressed. And I started gaining massive amounts of weight because that was the only thing I could do to comfort myself. I am a self-proclaimed good girl, so I've never turned to drugs or drinking or anything like that, but I turned to McDonald's double cheeseburgers. So I went from about 250 to 285 from September to February. And then at the beginning of January of 2016, my mama, who I've lived with my whole life, was diagnosed with breast and lung cancer. So to say that I had a really shitty few months is an understatement. So I would be at least 300, if not over, if I hadn't had weight loss surgery, because I was really going off the deep end. I was eating McDonald's almost every single day. Just eating massive amounts of food that was really, this stuff is bad for you. Which goes into my next point. When I originally started thinking about it was near the end of 2015. I had went to my family doctor, and she said, Jess, every fat person hates when the doctor is like, oh, you need to lose weight, because you're thinking, duh, I'm trying. But I'd had this appointment, and she said, Jess, I've just got to talk to you honestly. She said, both of your parents and both of your mamas have high blood pressure. Both of your mamas have diabetes. your dad's side of the family, because she's like a family doctor, your dad's side of the family is riddled with heart disease. She said, you know, you've got to do something. You're getting close to 30. When you hit 30, your metabolism is going to slow down even worse. And it's not a matter of if you're going to need blood pressure and diabetes medicine. It's a matter of when, if you don't do something. So every time I had went to the doctor for a period of like 6 months, my blood pressure was high. Now, it wasn't like they didn't put me on medicine because I wasn't experiencing any other like symptoms. And there's not like a whole big, I don't know how to say this without sounding offensive because I love my doctors, but there's not a lot of consistency. Like it would be high, I'd go in 3 months later and it'd be high again, and they'd still say, well, we'll just keep an eye on it. But I knew I was traveling in that direction. My resting heart rate was outrageous, to the point that every time I went to the doctor, they would send me to the ER to get a bag of fluid because they thought I was dehydrated. I was not dehydrated. But there's no way I could have been, because before surgery, I would drink like 10 bottles of water a day. So my resting heart rate was out of control. My diabetes was right on the borderline. I was not diagnosed as borderline diabetic, but my doctor said it was coming. So health-wise, that's the most important thing to talk about for me. Health-wise, I would be diabetic. I'd be on high blood pressure medication. That's probably, my heart would be in very terrible shape because I would be continuing to eat 2 and 3 double cheeseburgers a day from McDonald's, and you know that ain't good for your heart. Second, I want to talk about my mental health. Those of you that have been here for a while know that I suffer from anxiety. I suffer pretty greatly from anxiety. That's something that's plagued me my whole life. Another inherited trait from both of my mammas. But it got really bad the last 40 to 50 pounds that I gained. I didn't want to leave the house ever. I would panic at the thought of leaving the house, even just to go to the store. I didn't want anybody to see me. I was miserable. And because, I don't know why I'm so emotional, because my anxiety was so great about leaving the house, I never left the house, which turned into a depression. Because here I was, 27, 28, 29, and I never left the house. And I was not in a good place mentally. I hated everything about myself. Now, I'm not saying that you should definitely not feel this way just because your weight. It's just a number on the scale. Please don't feel bad about yourselves, but I would be a liar if I didn't sit here and say this is how I felt at 285 pounds. I could not find one redeeming quality about myself. I was so uncomfortable in my own skin. I blew all my friends off to the point where I'm surprised I can even say I have friends, because I wanted to do things with them, so I would agree, and then last minute I would back out. And since I have lost 100 and whatever it is pounds, I am not like that. I want to do stuff all the time. I've been to the movies. I go out for walks. I want to get out and enjoy my life and see people, and that's just so much better for me mentally. I am just happier. So, if I hadn't had weight loss surgery 7 months ago, I would probably be on, I just can't even tell you how severely depressed I would be. I don't like going there. I don't like thinking about it. But to say that I would be depressed and still have not left the house other than to go to work and come home would be an understatement. So that's the biggest thing. Is I'm not saying that losing weight is going to cure your anxiety, and it's not going to cure your social anxiety. I still have social anxiety, but being comfortable, I'm sorry if you can hear like weird noises. I just eat, and I'm just rambling. You guys don't care about this in this video, but in case you're pre-op, your stomach and your throat make really strange noises after you eat when you have weight loss surgery. But anyway, weight loss surgery and losing weight is not going to cure your mental illnesses. But when you feel more comfortable in your skin and you don't constantly feel like everybody is staring at you, when you feel like you look normal, like you don't stand out for being as large as you are, it does make it a little bit easier. So say the difficulty was at 100% before to make myself go out and enjoy a good time with my friends. It's probably now at a 40%. I still have anxiety about it. You know, I still, like, my heart races and I still have to make myself do things, but I actually do make myself do them. Does that make any sense? Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, sorry. It does not cure them, but it does, for me at least, it has helped my social anxiety greatly. Just random little tidbits. I would probably, if I hadn't had weight loss surgery 7 months ago, I would probably be in, I can't even tell you. I mean, I would just be really miserable. So the absolute best decision I ever made for just myself was to have vertical sleeve gastrectomy. I actively tell people when they ask me, and I get questions from people in pre-op all the time. And please, if you want to contact me, do it here, Instagram, MyFitnessPal. I will eventually get back to you because I love talk. I'm obsessed with this whole community and this whole process. So I will get back to you. But the number one question I get, you know, I got it at a week out, 2 weeks out, a month out, 6 months. Now it's been 7 months. Do you have any regrets at all? And the only regret I have is not doing it sooner. I wish I would have done this early in my 20s. So my personal opinion, if you're thinking about weight loss surgery, don't put it off. Just do it. Make sure you're ready. It's going to change your life. Make sure you're not doing it just to look good. And, like, make sure you're ready because this is going to be some big life changes. There are certain foods you are never going to be able to eat again. There are certain requirements that you have to put the work into this. But it is the best tool you will ever get. So the biggest thing I can say, just to wrap this video up, I hope it made sense. Y'all know I've had a rough couple weeks, so I'm a little rambly. But if I had not had weight loss surgery 7 months ago, where would I be now is not a place I want to be. So I'm just so thankful that I did it. And I really hope that some of you can have the same experience. I wish I'd have made notes because there was like a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about, but of course I didn't make notes. I do want to tag a few people to do this. I originally said I was just going to say, tag, you're it, because I want everyone to do it, truly. But I think if you call people out, they're more likely to feel like they have to do it. And so I'm going to call a couple of you out because I really think this is a great way to reflect. So I want Foodie Turned Slavey to do this video. I want VSG Tree to do this video. I want Making McKenna Mini to do this video. And she just said she was taking a break, but I bet she watches anyway. I'm going to tag VSG for Baby B to do this. And I can't remember if Nirvana tagged Brit Brat or not. So just in case, I'm going to tag VSG Brit Brat. Let's see. I'm trying to think of somebody who's like really freshly out. Like a week or two out. Let's see. I can't think what's by mine. Oh, she's a little bit further than this out, but I want Andy with, what's her name? Is it Andy's Fat Life or something? You know who you are, Andy. She's like 3-4 weeks out from her gastric bypass. So I would really like you guys to do it. And make sure you let me know if you do so I don't miss it. I love you guys. I'll see you in just a few days for my weekly update. It is very likely that I'll do it on Saturday instead of Friday because I'm actually going to a retirement party for my former boss. I worked at the company for 9 years, but I quit 3 years ago. So I haven't worked there in a long time, but I'm still close to all of my friends from there. And my former boss is retiring, and I'm going to attend her retirement party along with a couple others who have left but are still part of our little crew. I'm really nervous about that because some of the people attending don't even have Facebook, so they've literally not seen me in 3 years. I definitely look like a different person. I had all one layer down to here, jet black hair, and I weighed 117 pounds more. So I'm kind of nervous to see them, but I'm also really excited because I've worked hard. So it'll be exciting. I'm sure I'll have lots to talk about, and I'll do that on my weekly video. Love you guys. Bye.